Deleted session, January 25, 1980. Good evening. Now, the body consciousness reacts to exterior stimuli, of course, and to inner stimuli as well. Its deductions about any given event are also necessarily colored by judgments that lie outside of its province. The body consciousness must react to your interpretation of an exterior stimuli as well. The body consciousness, for example, will react quite differently to, say, two stops of exactly the same pressure, one an energetic love stop, and the other one delivered in ridicule or anger. The physical stimulus itself, however, would be precisely the same, but the body would react to your understanding of that stimulus. The stop could bring pleasure or pain. In its moment-to-moment reactions, the body consciousness is, you might say, literal-minded. It reacts literally, say, in that regard, to symbols. The symbols are the realm in which interpretations are made. But the body must always react moment by moment at that level of activity, irregular state of a vast knowledge of probabilities. Ideas, of course, are highly important, for they are a part of your interpretation of the world, of personal events, and they are a part of the symbolizing process. The body consciousness is geared for action, vitality, growth, curiosity, excitement, whether it be mental or physical. If there is a large body of beliefs, however, that dampen those bodily purposes, that encourage timidity rather than courage, promote fear rather than faith, then you run into difficulty, particularly if the grounds for those beliefs are not present in any given moment. I simply want you to understand those processes. That alone, you see, would be of great benefit. Again, remember what I have told you when people expect a hearty longevity. Then that is their reality. And do not forget then that your difficulties lie also in the realm of cultural beliefs. That is, the body does know better. With that in mind, Lino's problem upset you not only because he was and is a friend. You did not get that upset over Bill Callahan. Lino lives alone, however, and though he has brothers and sisters, you thought of him as alone. The situation triggered many fears about you and Ruber being alone, your age, the age of your brothers, who would come to your aid, or Ruber's. If necessary, Lino at least had a knowledge of the medical world, while you and Ruber do not. The connection between Lino working at the school and Lauren, all that was in the background. One event or another would serve to connect all of those issues. This noon, for example, after going downward, leaving your painting, you found that Ruber wanted a few more windows down. And the innocent window became a symbol, combining the idea of chores with your fears. If anything happened to you, who would do the chores for Ruber? A few such thoughts were semi-conscious. The idea of activity, of the body wearing down, all of those issues contributed. The body consciousness reacted with strength, for your fears tell it that there is immediate danger. It experiences your projected negative pictures as present, for your fear is immediate. Yet none of its own sources of information show any cause for alarm. You are both obviously in the house together. Ruber is safe. There is a period of almost animal bewilderment. The body consciousness is in a state of dilemma, which it signals through the feeling of panic. That is, you interpret that feeling as panic, while the body consciousness through physical sensation. is actually asking nervously, "What is wrong? Please clarify the situation." With your cultural training and background, however, the feeling itself further alarms you, so that you become highly anxious, and it is that anxiety itself that is the real symptom. Say, it is the anxiety you should question. Almost all such instances involve thoughts nearly conscious, or just below consciousness, in which you have projected imagined unfortunate situations into the future. The body senses your fear, looks for the source in the immediate environment of the moment so that it can suitably react to protect you, but it senses no immediate difficulty. Naturally, it becomes anxious. I do not want you to buy such negative thoughts. On the other hand, when you have them, make a point to recognize that they are the result of cultural beliefs that often run counter to the body's natural knowledge of optimism and a saving inner balance. That knowledge will take the brunt of the negative thoughts. Also ask the nature man if he feels the same way you do. Ask him if he has anything to say. I do want to emphasize that in many civilizations, men were expected to improve almost all of their abilities with age, as per, for example, Bill Gallahan's story of the old Indian who taught the young boys how to track animals in the forest. Men have always grown old, and women too, but they often displayed far greater wisdom, health, and even vitality in old age, because it was expected of them, and because they expected it of themselves. It is a matter of understanding the process, not of blaming yourself for reactions you do not approve of. In a strange fashion in your life to date, you managed to think of yourself apart from your age. You did not think of yourself as an adolescent when you were one, for example. So follow that fine good sense now. It simply will help you sidestep issues that arise only in that context. I am not talking about imagining that you are younger than you are, but of being the self that you are, as you always have been despite whatever age you were. There were a few good points here thrown in, of general interest, regarding the interpretation of suffering. I hope you noticed. Ra said yes. She said Ruber has been doing very well, despite the circumstances of the last week or so, because he is trying to relate to the moment as it exists. The two of you can do that. It is a matter, again, of understanding the process. Otherwise, you are using suggestions in a very poor way. The whole idea of the body's wearing down, as that is understood in your society, is based upon the idea of the body's mechanistic model. Energy is given a birth and gradually wears down. Many appearances make those statements look evidential, but they are only evidential in that they show the power of belief and suggestion. Understanding that, you see, can really give you greater leeway. For while you might still recognize such beliefs in yourself at times, you will also be able to recognize their source, and by doing so, automatically confound them. Your dream also was a picture of your fears, returning yourself to the present moment, and responding only to what is within your present environment, returns your body to a state of stability, where it is not crowded by imaginary fears of the future. Do you have questions? Ralph said no said. She said, then I bid you a fond good evening. Ralph said, thank you.